In today's video, we're gonna address the overall market once again. This is a crazy week. A lot of stocks are reporting earnings. As I told y'all in the last video, I'm gonna share with y'all one stock that has major upside that y'all should be keeping in your watch list. We're also going to be doing an updates on some of the stocks that I've mentioned in the last video. Y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the Nasdaq futures, and so far what I told you guys is kind of happening. It's very annoying. Like, the candles are about to get really small, right? We have a hammer on Friday. Let's look at the SPY itself, like the SPY futures. We're still at resistance. We have a hammer on Friday, and then today the market gave us a doji. But the one thing that is a bit worrisome that I see, maybe you might have a different interpretation of it, but the one thing that I see that's a bit worrisome is the decrease in volume. Like, from the highs of 1.7 to 1.3 million to 1.2 million to 1.1 million, right? So there's a divergence. The price has been increasing, yes, but the volume is decreasing. And the doji that we got today, not that good of a sign. It's not spectacular. So we're still on course for option number 2, where we have a slow fade down. Well, more like a slow fade, a sideways price action that's a little bit directed towards 5,500, maybe 54.66, just to allow time for the 9 SMA to catch up. The sooner we have a massive drop, like, the sooner we're also going to have a huge surge and a massive move up to 5,700, right? So it's a matter of how long the market is just gonna keep playing these games. I told y'all before, y'all gotta chill. Seriously, like, now it's time to just chill and take the intraday opportunities as they present themselves. Today there was one. When we look at the 5-minute, I think there was a descending triangle on the chart. There was. Yeah, it's small, and the volume a little sus with the breakdown, but it is there. Like, there was an opportunity for a day trade down right here, right? And also it was going to longs, so both longs and shorts got paid in this V-shaped structure, in this V-shape intraday action. But I still think the market is not gonna go anywhere. I think it's gonna just trade sideways for a little bit. Let's look at the VIX. Where's the VIX? VXX. All right, and with the VIX, it went up to 66, like I told you guys in yesterday's video. I'm still waiting on the day that it crosses below 62. That's probably gonna be on Thursday. I think it's gonna take time. Now, the stock for this video, let's get to the point. The stock that has tremendous upside, that has been beaten down for quite some time, that stock is none other than Starbucks. And Starbucks has earnings. It has earnings in the afternoon, so this is definitely something that y'all want to keep in your radar. We have the daily chart right here. Resistance is at 115. We got rejected from there twice, right here in 2023, and again in the first quarter of this year in February. Massive rejection, right? I like how, what I really like is how the gap at the bottom right here got taken care of. This kind of puts my mind at ease on which direction the reaction is going to be in regards to earnings. I think the reaction is going to be positive for Starbucks, right? Worst case scenario, we get an IV crush, but I don't think we dig even deeper to go to like 67. I will be shocked to see that. Let's go on the weekly and see if, yeah, I mean, the weekly is not looking too scary. Long-term investors are grabbing shares right here, and again, right here, right? This is where they shine. This is where the long-term investors step in. Okay, we're back all the way down to like the 2022 lows. So they're happy right now seeing this thing you should keep this one in your radar. The reaction is what's most important. We want to see a reaction that's not too crazy. All right, we want to see just a slightly positive reaction just to make the contracts cheaper, because the contracts are inflated. The contracts are indeed inflated. So we want to see something along the lines of like 87, and then they push all the way up to like 92. So keep Starbucks in your watch list for tomorrow. Another stock. Again, this is a crazy earnings week. So another stock to keep your eyes on is Visa. And Visa, same thing, earnings in after hours. And Visa has, there is something to worry about with Visa. There really, really is. There's a gap at the bottom right here that hasn't gotten filled yet from this recent drop that we had in the beginning of April. This could get taken care of. Again, the reaction is what's most important. If we get that negative drop and it opens up at around 295, 298, there's a massive upside to look forward to for the next few weeks with Visa. But in regards to where I think it's gonna go, I would like to see it way down here. I really, really, really would. I would. All right. Now let's do an update. I think it was last week. Last week we discussed Google, and some of you have been asking me to talk about it in the comment section. So let's discuss this one. Now with Google, it failed to open, like it failed to open near 170 during trading hours. I have alerts on it. The stock right now is playing games, which is fine. I'm not touching it. I'm on the sidelines like most of you should be. Okay, I'm not touching the stock yet. So I am watching it for intraday structures. When they do appear, I will take a day trade on them. Why? Because when a stock is moving like this, especially after earnings, those contracts are getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. All right. So right now, when I look at the 4-hour time frame on Google, it's right at the neckline. It's bouncing off of supports, right? So I do expect some games to be played sideways before eventually be trying to reclaim 170. I think it's going to happen. There is a gap, I think, right there. Yeah, there is. There is a gap right here, right at 171. That's going to get filled. You just have to be patient, set your alerts like I have, and then look at how it moves every single day. There's going to be something obvious that shows up on Google. And when it appears, I will be taking a day trade on it. Maybe even a swing trade. I just need to see it. All right. You have to be patient with these specific moves. All right. Now, let's check out what happened with the Discord. After the trade on Tesla that I took yesterday, which I explained to y'all made money, we made money, everybody got paid. All right. The only trade that I had afterwards into the weekend was on IWM because of this bullish pennant. I made a little bit of money on it. Not a lot. I had to get rid of it today. Right after it hit 197, it started to roll over on the 5-minute. At 8:55, I had to get rid of my IWM calls just for a little bit of profit. And then I just decided to just relax and patiently wait. Just like I'm telling y'all now, you want to just wait for your opportunity to appear, because it's going to appear. When the candles get smaller, you don't want to do too much and you don't want to swing too big, because it could really go either way. Like tomorrow, you could wake up and all of the futures are down by 1% or 2%. It could happen. There is zero confirmation on anything right now. And all of these earnings that are about to happen, some of them, especially the ones on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they're going to shift the market big. And you don't want to be gambling and guessing. So be very patient, be very cautious. The last stock that we're going to look at in today's video is UPS. All right, and with UPS, this one got demolished for, it got demolished for like the past 3 years. Yeah, from the highs of 233 This is 2022, all the way down to 91, right back down to support. Again, long-term investors, you don't need me to tell you this. This is your time to shine. We're all the way back down to the 2020 lows. All right, massive upside on UPS. Hopefully, I'm sure somebody had this question in their mind, but hopefully that answers it. We're currently at supports. If they crush earnings, and let's say that the company allows what is it, like a buyback program. These are the little clues in the news that you want to see. So far, there has only been 2 companies, and I remember one. One of them is AVGO. After their after their earnings, the stock dropped, and then like 2 days later, then they put out news about they're starting a buyback program on their shares. Right, so they're buying their own shares, which kind of indicated the bottom, which is why I was screaming for like weeks. We're at the bottom. We're at the bottom. We're at the bottom. All right, so watch what they put out on UPS. For y'all long-term investors who are bullish on the stock, I'm sure you're buying before I even started recording this video, but check out how much they beat the earnings by, and if they put that news about their buyback program, if there is going to be one. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks. That is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 8 p.m. Central Time, so definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell right here. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow my social media at Paul and Guma and Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.